Caleb Cox will be joining us actually here on the Vitus Airport Subaru postgame show. Our player interview is brought to you by the Peking Dynasty. So, Caleb, you get to join me up in the broadcast booth for the second time this year. You have 29 points tonight, 8 rebounds. Kind of a role reversal, if you will, because the Ohio Northern game, you only had 8 points, but you had 17 rebounds, but you got it done from a scoring standpoint. What was the big difference between both those games, you think?
Well, I knew going into OU it would be a tough matchup with Bruins. I mean, he's obviously a really good player, so I knew that was just my role there was going to be more shut him down and just rebound because he attacks the glass and he was a threat on offense. So if I could just lock up on D with him and then rebound, I knew we'd probably have a good outcome.
What was working for you offensively tonight?
I felt good in the post. They weren't really doubling or showing anything, and we just had a lot of good spacing. And then the steals in transition, we scouted that all week, so we sort of knew that they were going to be throwing that elbow pass, and it seemed like I could just get some easy layups.
I'm actually astounded with a guy your size. It seems like you're able to read passes so well. You're like a cornerback about ready to pick off the football or whatever, and that leads to steal opportunities, offensive opportunities at the other end. Was that a skill that you really had to work on when you got here at Capital? Where does that come from?
Yeah, it didn't definitely come from high school. I mean, I was a lot less athletic, and I think it was just the strength training we do with Coach Winters, and we do a lot of agility stuff and just like working on our quick muscles and just that reaction. It's definitely came a long way in college.
You forced a lot of turnovers tonight against Denison. I think this might have been your best defensive performance, forcing turnovers, getting points off of turnovers. How much pride does the team take in getting those turnovers and making them pay off on the other end?
I mean, we take a lot. I can tell you we do a lot more defensive drills in practice than we do offensive. I mean, you're expected to get in and shoot on your own, but when we go in practice, it's all defense and just really big on denying that reversal pass because we know they can't do anything on offense if we do, so that's the pride for us.
Now, you have 29 tonight. Austin Schreck, he had 21. Joey Weingartner had 15. I'm not surprised that you guys scored in double-digit figures, but Cam Caldwell shoots 4 or 5 from the field, had 10 points, got in foul trouble early on. He's not a senior like you guys, but he runs the point, and I would imagine that he is going to be playing a big role for you guys coming up. Did you feel that Cam took a step forward, and do you think his confidence is going to grow after this game?
Yeah, I think his confidence is definitely going to grow because he's a big guard, like compared to a lot of the guards we play, and like that was the focus also was on some of our entry passes. If we could just get it to him down the post, like he's a lot bigger, and I think that game showed it to him. Like, hey, you're bigger than them. You can post them up and score. You don't have to be a big to post.
Caleb, last question for you. You got another important conference matchup. You go on the road against Baldwin Wallace. What should folks know about the Yellow Jackets? What do you guys need to do in order to come up with a victory in that one?
I mean, they're a really good team, and they play better at home. I don't know if I've gone up there and beat them in my 3 years at their place, so I think they got some really good point guards and bigs, so if we just shut them down, I think if we just do what we've been doing, we'll be fine.
Well, in the meantime, you can celebrate a big win as you get a big win against Denison. Caleb, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Caleb Cox joining us here on the post-game show. Again, our player interview is brought to you by the Peking Dynasty. Cox with a major game tonight, 29 points on 9 of 12 shooting from the field and 11 of 13 from the foul line as well. He just had a fantastic game.